Hey unicorns, it's Christina, quick tutorial biz mentor. How is everybody doing? I hope you guys are having a great, what is it, Wednesday today? Hope you're having a great day. So I am coming in and I want to share with you some things that I've been up to. So I haven't released a YouTube video in probably almost 2 weeks now. Maybe a little bit less, but it feels like it's been a little bit longer than that. But I've been working on some things, and so I wanted to give you kind of like a sneak peek, kind of behind the scenes of what I've been up to. So last year, as you guys know, I released a couple Lenormand decks. So I have the Lucky Clover Lenormand, which is kind of like a Irish Celtic kind of countryside, greenery, naturalistic themed Lenormand deck that I have out, and a lot of people tended to like that one. And then I went ahead and I released my Learner's Lenormand. And so my Learner's Lenormand is I've got a video up on YouTube. Just go on my YouTube channel. It's maybe like I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 videos back or something along those lines. I can put the comment down below if you want to see that. But it was my Learner's Lenormand deck is the one that I created that has all the keywords on it, and it's the flashcard deck where on one side you have the just the image with some keywords, and then the other side you have, let's see, one, two, three, four, five, six different little sentences that kind of talk about different aspects of the cards. And you guys have really liked that, and I got a lot of feedback from that. We've sold over 200 decks so far, and so that's quite the accomplishment. And I know that this deck is helping people, especially on the psychic hotlines. That was the main intention why I created it, for the psychic hotlines. And so I have been busy working on different decks for you guys, different Lenormand decks for the psychic hotlines, and following in that same kind of manner in which I'm using very, very simple symbolism and using them more as like training cards, or using them more as like just for the psychic hotlines, using more of like a bibliomancy kind of technique. And so you may remember that I had talked about putting together a health Lenormand deck for medical readings. And I did put that together, and I did that right before I went on vacation, right before I went to Arizona last year. It was like that week, like I left like 2 days later, and so I didn't have it until I came back. I think that's how it went. And so since then, I've had to kind of put it down because I've been busy doing the other series. We've been doing the Discover Your Soul's Calling Archetype series. That's a really great series that I just put out. We did that in January. And so since that point, I haven't been able to go back to these projects. Well, we're in Mercury retrograde right now. So Mercury retrograde is the perfect time to go back and finish up some projects. Hey Zoe, hey Freya, good to see you. Freya says, I love my beginner's Lenormand. It's been working wonderfully for the hotlines. Great. So I think you're really going to love what I have coming up. So I have at least 4 more, if not 5 more decks, Lenormand decks that I'm going to be releasing. Hopefully I'll get them all out this year. And then my next big thing is I want to create, in the same style, I want to create a line of tarot cards for the psychic hotlines that have keywords on them and phrases, and they're themed. But anyways, okay, so you guys want to see what I'm doing. So I am working on the health deck. So this is going to be the backing of the deck. It's not going to be the flashcard system like in the Learner's Lenormand. It's going to be a little bit more simplified, meaning that the back is going to have a static back, and this is what it's going to be. It's the medical intuitive Lenormand deck, and so that actually probably needs to be hyphened. But I'll go through all of this. I've actually already sent it off to the printer, so anything else I'll fix on my own time later on. They've been backed up for a couple weeks, so I'm probably not going to get it until March. And so I'll see it then. And a lot of you guys I put up a poll actually in the group yesterday or the day before, I can't remember, and it was talking about, do you guys want them glossy or matte? So if you're watching this as a replay, let me know down below. When you're working with cards specifically for the psychic hotlines, or you're doing fast readings, say you're doing readings at like a fair, or you're doing street readings or something along those lines, let me know. Do you guys prefer gloss or do you prefer matte? So I put up a poll, and I think it was like just about 50-50 split. Like I think when I last looked at it, it was like 12 for gloss and 13 for matte. So I'm probably going to end up having to releasing both and I'll figure that part out later. But that is coming. So if you want I'm going to come out with the matte first. If you don't like the matte and you want the gloss, just give me a little bit extra time, but I will get you guys a glossy version, and I actually prefer the glossy versions. Hey, Ibu, good to see you. So this is going to be the backing of the health deck, and then these are going to be some of the cards. So, for example, Writer, it's called the Medical Intuitives Lenormand deck. Describes a person's stamina and athletic ability, their overall strength and musculatory system. This card can symbolize receiving health-related news or updates soon. So it's all health and wellness themed. And I won't show you all of them because I want them to be, some surprises, but I'll show you some of them. So as you can see in this deck, I went ahead and changed the tree. The tree in this deck will match the tree that's on the backing of here. See, it's the same tree. So I figured that would be kind of a nice touch. So tree could describe a person's respiratory system and blood oxygen levels. This card can symbolize genetic illnesses, conditions, and diseases that are inherited from a parent. And no matter how many times I go over this, I'm always going to find something. That's just the nature of editing. Let's see. What else can I show you guys? What else would be another good one? Whip could represent, describes a person's reproductive system, sex drive, libido. This card can also symbolize a disease, illness, or condition that is strenuous, repetitive, and taxing on the body. So are you guys kind of excited about this? I know a lot of you want to get into doing medical readings or health readings. And so this is one that I just finished up this week. Let me show you maybe another card. So I did change out some of the symbols to upgrade them. I am going to be re-releasing the Learner's Lenormand again. That's going to be, I'm going to backtrack to that. The very next thing I do is going to be backtracking to that to update that and maybe change out some symbolism, but also I want to add a glossy version of that as well. And so stars could be, describes a person's nervous system, but it can also represent recovery or improvement from illness. This card can symbolize the need to seek out a specialist or new medical network. So I tried to design this deck in a way that it was really helpful. It actually talks about real life things. And I know there's a lot of, like ethics and things like that. So something that I did that's unique in this deck that I'm going to be doing as moving forward, this is going to be in all of my decks, but I'm going to include a couple cards that are going to talk about, what my intention is for creating this deck. Especially with the Lover's Lenormand, that's going to be the one I'm going to show you next. It has a little bit of instructions on how to use the face cards, because that was the biggest complaint I got with the Learner's Lenormand. They're like, why are there 6 face cards? They're like, I don't know how to use these. So I'm going to take this opportunity to kind of clarify and put these instructions in with the deck so you guys don't have to download anything extra, And then something that I thought was really kind of nice and interesting to put in here was I put in the Medical Intuitive's Code of Conduct. And so it says number 1, the medical intuitive does not diagnose illness, condition, or disease. Number 2, the medical intuitive always encourages the querent to seek professional medical assistance in conjunction with complementary healing practices. Number 3, the medical intuitive does not claim powers or knowledge to cure any illnesses, conditions, or disease. Number 4, the medical intuitive places the concern of the safety of the querent above all else, including financial gain and reputation. And number 5, the medical intuitive practices psychic health readings responsibly with the intention to help and never breaks the law regarding practicing medicine or offering medical advice without a proper license. So, and that's just something I stuck in there to kind of, give that little extra bonus to it. So let me show you one more card and then we'll move on to the other deck. I don't want to take up too much of you guys' time today. Okay, we'll go with Lily, and it's loading, that's why it's not there. So Lily could describe conditions associated with aging, such as hormonal issues like menopause or andropause. This card can also symbolize a weakened immune system or loss of strength. And so I just, put these together. This is something I've been working on for probably 6 months or so, but I'm really glad that it's done. I'm glad that it's pretty much finalized, and there's going to be just a couple little tweaks. As you saw, I had to fix like a spelling error just now. I'm sure there's probably another 1 or 2 hiding in here that I'll have to sit down with the deck once I have it. And sometimes it's easier sometimes when you're editing decks and editing print things like this, sometimes you need to see it in different mediums before you'll catch spelling mistakes or grammar and things like that. Yeah, so Freya says, perfect. Hi, Kimberly, good to see you. Ivy says, that looks really good. So great. I'm glad you guys like that. I won't tell you all the cards because I want to save some as a surprise for you so you can go through it on your own time. And then I just finished up today the Lovers Lenormand deck. And this is a deck that I'm really excited about too, because I think this is going to be one that you guys are going to use probably like 80% of the time, seriously. Like, because you guys know love and relationship readings are pretty much, 7 out of 10, if not more, of the questions and the situations that come in on the psychic hotlines. So this is in the next one. I'm not quite happy with the background. I don't know how I feel about these hearts. I'm gonna have to play. I might just do a heart and another heart, like mirror image. I'm still kind of playing around with them, but I'm not really 100% sold on the backing of this deck yet. But this is going to be the theme, the kind of theme that I'm going for. And so, also, I included some instructions in here. I'm going to include 6 people cards, and I really wanted to hop on here and kind of show you how to use those people cards for when this actually goes up for sale as well. Yeah, right? The hotline stuff. So, this is going to be like a really pretty jewel pinkish reddish color. And these definitions aren't completely finalized. I just like finished getting this all translated into Canva from bunches of notepads and piles of papers around my office and books and things like that. So I still have to actually sit down and go through these and make sure that they're meditate on them for a little while. But so, for example, with Rider, since it's the lovers deck, it says a new love interest, a visit from an admirer. That's too many ers. Receiving news from a lover, a fast-moving relationship. Okay. So my intention is to stay true to the meanings of Lenormand, and yes, I do want you guys to read them intuitively, but there is a system behind Lenormand. I think it's important to stay true to that system until you are really, really good at Lenormand, and then you can kind of go off-roading with it. But that's the whole intention behind creating these decks with the keywords and stuff, is just to give you a starting place, just to make it a lot easier, and just to give you a lot, get you faster on the psychic hotlines, because a lot of people struggle with quickness. And it's not like you want to be too quick. It's not like, it's not like a race. It's not like you want to let them bully you into moving too fast. But there is something to be said about, fast and courteous service. So, especially on the psychic hotlines. So, house could represent a stable and secure relationship, a lover who brings comfort, a suitor who is ready to settle down, right? So let's look at some other cards here. So snake could be a manipulative lover, infidelity, or a third party interfering with the relationship, a toxic romantic connection. I struggle with not being too quick sometimes. I understand that. And as psychics, people don't understand. It takes us time, but I'm hoping with the keywords on here that you guys will get faster. Freya says, I might have missed it, but do you plan on releasing the lovers after the medical intuitive one? It's going to take... Right now, I'm really hoping for a March launch with the medical Lenormand deck. That one's like 95% done. I just got to tweak a couple things on there. And then this deck, I have not even sent it over to the printers yet. So it's probably going to be the medical is going to come first, but chances are they're going to be kind of back to back. I suspect that I will have this deck sent over to the printer, I would say, probably within a week from today. So probably by next Wednesday. By the end of February, definitely. I wanted to have it done in February, but I didn't quite get around to it. So I'm going to try to push it out as quick as I can because I know there's still some money to be made in March and April from Valentine's Day because everybody wants to know, okay, now is he going to commit? Or what is this relationship? Where is this relationship going? That sort of thing. So I'm going to try to push them actually both out in March. And what's really going to be holding me up and what's really going to be delaying that is the printer. And so they're extremely backed up right now. They say it could be anywhere from 7 to 14 business days for delivery after the 7-day printing grace. So we'll just have to see, but it's probably March for both. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Right. Okay. So I'll show you a couple more cards here. And then we'll talk about what are some decks, other decks that I'm going to be releasing this year. Yeah, so a lot of when it comes to production, when you create your own decks, a lot of it is just waiting on the factories. I mean, that's just how it is. Okay, so whip could be a difficult and strenuous relationship. It could be a lover spat or like a quarrel. I may change this to quarrel. I think I'm gonna change that to quarrel. A hot and heavy relationship, heightened sexual connection. Ooh, fox is a good one. A lover with a secret agenda, little white lies and mistruths. A suitor who is selfish or only looking out for themselves. Definitely getting that one. I have mixed feelings about medical readings. Already a lot of my psychic energy is used for Jeff. Not sure I want to add strangers to the mix. Yeah, I totally get that. I mean, if you have, it's going to be really, yeah, medical readings are very energetically draining. They require you to hold a lot of space for a person. So, but again, you could also use it for yourself. And that's pretty much what I do. Like if with my medical readings, like unless I get one on the psychic hotlines, I don't really offer medical readings anymore. I used to a long time ago, but I mainly just use it for myself. And even then, you kind of have to be like cautious about it because we can go to that obsessive place. Well, I guess with any question, we can go to that obsessive place where we're asking about it, every single day, and that can cause anxiety, especially if you get like a negative card or something along those lines. So yeah, I definitely agree. Medical readings are more of like a sparing thing, or unless that's like what you do full time and you have the energy for it. Yeah, it is. It's a lot of space that you have to hold for someone. Hmm. So stars could be a connection that is spiritual, a lover who is well connected and socially popular, making plans for the future. I'll show you maybe one more. Maybe one that isn't so obvious. Ooh, book was a fun one to write. A lover that is mysterious, a relationship with hidden secrets, a clandestine affair, a concealed relationship. So yeah, that's what I have going on, and I'm excited. And so the next couple ones that I'm going to be creating are well, I'm going to be redoing the Learner's Allotment first, and then I'm going to be fixing these and then doing the matte and gloss finish versions. And then my plan is to do a career and money, like money, finances, and career Lenormand deck. And that'll probably be orange. It'll probably be in orange colors. And then after that, I am going to be doing a past life Lenormand deck that can also be used. Is anybody here familiar with the Find a Man technique with Lenormand or Find a Woman technique where you can basically draw some cards and like get some physical characteristics and physical descriptions and personality characteristics about your next boyfriend or girlfriend? Has anybody ever used that technique before? You can use that technique with the past life deck for sure. And so those are the two that I really, really want to finish out this year. That'll probably take us into the rest. That'll probably take us into the late summer. And so money and finances and career, and then also a past life Lenormand deck is going to be next. And then after that, I'm thinking I'll probably start on it later this year. But into 2021, I want to create a similar deck in this same style, but it would be a tarot deck. And then probably 2021 is going to be I'll create a lover's tarot deck, a medical reading tarot deck, and just continue on in the same pattern, but do it for tarot as well. Yeah. So I hope you guys like that. I'm busy doing things. I'm really excited about this line of decks. I wish I had this almost 10 years ago. Better late than never. If I can make your guys' life easier in some way, then that's what I'm doing. That's what's worth it. But yeah. So okay, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And just stay, if you aren't on my newsletter, go ahead and sign up on my newsletter. I'll put the link in the description box below because that's where I'll be announcing when these decks go up for sale. It'll also be in the group, but sometimes people miss it. But yeah. And of course, if you have any ideas about any Lenormand decks or certain themed Lenormand decks that you would like me to create, I'm open. So run it past me. Maybe there's something there. Maybe I could make something for you guys. And just let me know. All right. Thanks for coming. Thanks for chatting. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see you later. Bye.